Namaskar Mitro. What if I told you this $2 toy plane can be converted into a real FPV RC aircraft, controlled completely from a mobile phone, and not just control, you can actually see live video from the plane while flying. Sounds crazy, right? So let's build it. For the brain of this plane, I am using this tiny microcontroller. It may look small, but it has built-in Wi-Fi and supports a camera module, which means we can stream live video and control the motors directly from our phone. Along with that, we will need a few basic components like MOSFETs, Diodes, Resistors and Capacitors to build the motor driver circuit. You can build this circuit on a perf board using this diagram, but to make the project more professional, I decided to use a custom PCB.
I started by designing the circuit in EasyEDA, converting it into a PCB layout and exporting the Gerber files. Then I uploaded them to glcpcb.com to order the boards. Big thanks to GLCPCB for sponsoring this video. GLCPCB is one of the most reliable and affordable PCB manufacturers out there. They offer everything from standard and multi-layer PCBs to advanced 6-layer PCBs, flex PCBs, PCB assembly and SMT stencils. Using 6 layers really helps in complex designs. It gives more routing freedom, cleaner signal paths and saves a lot of time. Ordering is very simple. Just upload your Gerber files, select your PCB specifications and place your order in a minute. The interface is beginner friendly and gives you instant pricing. After a few days, my PCBs arrived and as always, the quality was excellent. Right now, GLCPCB is offering a limited time deal. You can get 6-layer PCBs for just $2 and a $33 coupon using the link in the description.
Alright, now that we have the PCB ready, let's move on to assembly. These are all the components required for the PCB. To apply solder paste, I am using this SMT stencil printer from GLCPCB, which is perfect for the small scale production. The PCB includes an option for a power switch, but for now I have sorted the pads for testing. Next, I soldered the Shio ESP32S3 module, only the required pins for this project. This board also supports direct battery input from the back side, so I have kept the option open in the design. Now that the PCB assembly is complete, let's connect the antenna and camera module and move to programming. To upload the code, hold the boot button and connect the board to your PC. If this is your first time working with ESP32, you can follow the setup guide linked in the description. Alright, this is our code. You will find the download link in the description. You can also customize the Wi-Fi name and password here. Now select the Shio ESP32S3 board, choose the correct port and make sure PSRAM is set to OPI PSRAM. Then simply click upload. Alright, the code is uploaded. Let's test it. Perfect, we are getting the live camera feed and the motors are responding to joystick input from the phone. Now let's move on the mechanical design. I started by measuring all the components and designing the EDF housing and canopy. Since I only had the cockpit area to place the camera and battery, I mounted the EDF units at the rear to balance the center of gravity. The final design looks really cool, but honestly, I'm not sure how it will perform. Now, to bring these parts to life, I used my brand new Elegoo Saturn 4 Ultra 16K resin printer. This is my first resin printer and I was genuinely impressed. It offers a large build volume, ultra high resolution 16K display, AI camera for failure detection and time lapse, and Wi-Fi connectivity for remote control. After printing, I used the Elegoo washing and curing station and the results are just amazing. The prints are incredibly smooth with no visible layer lines at all. I also printed a few additional models to test its capabilities, and the level of detail is outstanding. If you are into high quality printing, whether for models or jewelry, this printer is definitely worth checking out. Before we continue, a big shout out to LTM for sponsoring today's video. LTM is known for supporting some of the world's most advanced electronics design workflows, helping engineers collaborate better, manage designs efficiently, and build with confidence. And if you are a student or just getting started, LTM has something truly valuable for you: LTM Student Lab. It gives you free access to industry level learning and a structured PCB program that takes you from basics to the real world design, including layout, manufacturing awareness, and supply chain fundamentals. You will work on practical projects, grow your portfolio, and even earn a certificate that helps you open doors for your future career. So if you are serious about the electronics, check the link in the description and join the LTM Student Lab today. Now back to the build. These are all the components we will be using: 720 cordless motors, 35 propellers, LiPo battery, Neodymium magnets, carbon fiber tube, custom PCB, and of course the airplane. Now let's put everything together. Alright guys, our FPV RC plane is ready. The total weight is around 86 grams. So let's power it up and test it. The control system and camera feed are working perfectly, but the thrust feels a bit low. After checking, I found a mistake. I was using a switch rated for only 500 mA, which was limiting the current. So I removed the switch and directly shorted the pads. To improve the thrust further, I upgraded 35 mm propeller to 40 mm and 720 motors to 8520 motors. You can find the upgraded part list link in the description. Now the total weight is around 90 grams, which is still quite reasonable, and now the thrust is clearly much better. So let's go for a test flight. I tested it up to around 150 meters and surprisingly there was no noticeable lag in video and controls. But it was not perfect. The wind made it hard to control and mounting the EDFs at the rear affected stability. I even crashed it a few times. So yeah, it works, but there is definitely a room for improvement. In the next version, I am planning to add ailerons and elevators, and the best part, the PCB is already designed to support servos. So this is just the beginning. If you enjoyed this project, don't forget to like and share, and I'll see you in the next one.